Welcome back to 705 Sports, and as promised, we have our excellent interview here with Jack. How's it going today?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing good, thank you. And you know what? It's got to be an amazing feeling to know that within the next couple weeks, you could potentially be drafted into the National Hockey League.
Yeah, it's definitely an exciting time for me. I'm hopeful that I'll be drafted this weekend. So.
Yeah, fingers crossed. I know the whole city is here supporting you, but you know what? Let's get back in time a little bit, and I want to talk about again now that the U18's been over for a little bit and you have a little more time to process that gold medal. How does that feel now after winning that gold?
Yeah, obviously it was a couple months ago when I won the gold medal, but it's still in my room. So every morning when I wake up, I see it, and it's kind of a little reminder that I'm a world champion. So.
Yeah, and that's got to be an absolutely amazing feeling to know that you won a gold medal for your country. And the under-18 is not an easy tournament.
Yeah, it was my first time representing Canada on the international stage, but the support that I got while I was away was it was unreal, with Sault Ste. Marie kind of getting behind me, and it was just an awesome experience.
Yeah, it definitely must have been. And you know what? It's something I'm sure you would do it again if you ever got the call, eh? To go back for Team Canada again?
Yes, for sure. You're representing your country, so it's on an international stage. It's awesome experience.
And then with that, how did you find the under-18 tournament could help you prepare for the draft?
Yeah, I think just playing against other kids my age group that were elite players, it kind of gives you a feeling of where you think you are. So you're playing against the best players in the world at your age group. So yeah, that's what I took away from it.
Well, and I guess too, especially without the OHL happening last year, as everyone knows, COVID it's been a thing, and the season just didn't really happen. So would you say this tournament was almost more important than it would have been for you with your progression in your career?
Yeah, definitely. It was the time this year for me to show NHL scouts what I could do. Really, I only played 7 games this whole year, so
right.
Yeah, there was a little bit of added pressure, I think, but I think I prepared and played well. So.
No, you definitely did. And I mean, you guys did bring a gold medal to Sault Ste. Marie, so like you obviously did something right. So another thing I wanted to get into then, since this was probably you'll probably unfortunately never get a chance to play in the OHL again. So what was your best memory in the OHL?
I would say probably my first game in the OHL, just stepping on the ice for the first time. It was something that I'll never forget. My family was in Ottawa at the time, so it was a special moment.
And I guess it was cool for you as well, since your father, I know, did play in the OHL, and he actually won a Memorial Cup here in Sault Ste. Marie. So how does it feel knowing he was drafted into the NHL and now you're like following his footsteps?
Yeah, I always grew up, my dad was always my hero, and he's really why I wanted to play hockey. So yeah, to follow in his footsteps, it's awesome, and he's someone that I can always talk to, and he's a great support system for me.
And that's got to help for sure, right? Having a family that is supporting, because, you know, trying to become a professional athlete in any sport and in hockey, it's not just like you go to the rink, you play, you go home, and then you go back to playing your video games, right? Like it's a real full-time commitment.
Yeah, definitely. My family sacrificed a lot for me to get to where I am today, so I'm very thankful for them.
Yeah, for sure. You know, and family is so important. But now let's switch gears a bit and get into the main reason, which is the NHL draft. Prospects has you ranked around 103rd overall, and McLean's Hockey has you ranked at 82nd. Do you really pay attention to those rankings, or just kind of do your own thing?
I think everyone looks at them, but I don't think you can really like base yourself off that. I think it's just a good point to like look at, but you can't really like worry too much about them. So.
Right, definitely. And I mean, let's be honest, you go on so many different sites, everyone will have someone ranked very differently. But something I did find interesting when I was looking into your scouting on hockeywriters.com, they ranked you as a very low risk draft pick. So how do you feel about that, knowing that people are saying you're a high reward, low risk kind of player to bring onto a team?
Yeah, I think my potential is very high and my ceiling's very high at the next level. So I think that's why some teams have me as a low risk prospect, but yeah.
And then moving on to that, then they have your strengths, obviously, as you know, since you're a defenseman, your defensive zone play, you're in the right position, and you're known for making the safe play and being a strong penalty killer. So why did you focus on those areas in your career specifically?
I think it was really the role that I was put in. That's why I was so strong at those, and those are my strengths. So I think whatever role I'm in, I could play. So
Awesome.
Yeah.
And then also too, they say about your needs improvements areas. But don't get me wrong, I need improvements. If do not put me on the ice. Don't draft me. But like, what are you doing to work on areas that they're still not bad areas for you, obviously, but areas you want to improve on your game, such as your skating and maybe your impact offensively?
Yeah, I think skating with the way the game's going at the NHL level is so important. So I think everyone's really working on skating, but for my offensive ability, I think it will come with confidence playing in Ottawa next year. So I think just with confidence and the situation that I'll be in, it will definitely grow.
No, definitely. And I mean, I think it is important, right, that even as an athlete yourself, that you know your areas that you need to improve on, which, nobody's perfect. You can take, Sidney Crosby is one of the best players in the world, and he always talks about how every summer he finds one skill area to try to improve and become that much better.
Mm-hmm, definitely.
So, and then the only other thing I wanted to bring into is on Schmidt Scouting, they say you're known as a shutdown defenseman. So how do you feel your shutdown defenseman style is going to help another team in the NHL or whatever route you decide to go in the future?
Yeah, I think every NHL team's looking for right-hand defensemen that are steady and stay-at-home defensemen. So I take pride in defending against the other team's top line. So yeah, whatever team takes me, then I'm going to be happy.
Well, exactly. I mean, I guess no matter who picks you, it's you get the honor of being potentially making that next step, which is going into the National Hockey League. And for the viewers at home to know, like anyone who makes the NHL, whether they're a top defenseman or a bottom six defenseman, you have to have such talent and determination and work ethic to get there. Yep. So the only other thing I want to ask you, and then you can leave. You can never see me again. Just kidding. What if an NHL scout is watching right now? What's the one thing that you want to say to them on why you should be selected in the entry draft?
I would say my consistency. I think every time I step on the ice, I'm consistent. Very strong defensively. I'm big, I'm physical, so that's what I would say to NHL scouts.
Well, awesome. You know what? I couldn't agree more. And Jack, thank you so much for coming in. You are the first in-person interview we've done here in a very long time due to COVID-19 restrictions. So I do thank you very much for coming in. And I'm hoping maybe you can sit down with me again or potentially call out or whoever about what the next step is after the NHL entry draft. So we'd love to have you back.
Yes, for sure.
Awesome. Well, don't go anywhere. We have some more 705 Sports right after this commercial break.